I can actually do this. Hey, we're live!
We're live.
Yay! For the first time ever.
Yep, on some sort of holiday.
Yeah. Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Canadian Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they celebrate it on the 31st of August, don't you know?
31st of August.
Yeah.
I think you're confused.
No. It's totally true.
All right, well, I'm just going to believe you.
And that would be today, the 31st of August.
Yes, that is clearly what today is.
Yeah. So, did you do anything special today?
Let's see. I went to the pet store, picked up some food for the ferrets.
No? Okay.
No,
You could have just said no.
I didn't. I went to the liquor store to get.
Okay, that's
what I'm about to have.
Oh, what do you got?
Well, check it out. For the season, for the Canadian Thanksgiving season, Mike's special edition Blood Orange.
Wow.
Somebody recommended this to me who does not normally drink Mike's drinks, and I said, I'm going to try it.
Did that come with tampons, or?
They're already in my butt.
Oh, okay, good. I've got this proudly presented.
Ah, very nice, very nice.
Yeah, just some a little bit of gin, which is what this glass is entirely full of. That's water.
That is entirely full of. Oh,
No, that's water.
no, wait, it's not water.
Wait, it is gin. Hold on. I'm gonna post to the thingy.
You want to actually let people know we're doing this?
I do. Yes.
Okay.
I would like it. I know it sounds crazy. I would like it if people watched this.
To know that there was an audience for this.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to explain 5 spooky?
It's 3 more than 2 spooky.
What is 2 spooky?
You don't want to know.
Well, on that note, what we'll be talking about today is I have no idea.
Well, I mean, it's in the spirit of Canadian Thanksgiving. I thought we would tell spooky ghost stories.
Spooky ghost stories? You assume I have one.
I know you have at least one, because I've heard your spooky ghost story.
What? Oh wait, you're talking about the one I did on Indie Mogul?
Did you?
Remember when we went to go shoot that movie?
Yeah.
And everything fell apart?
Well, now you're just giving away spoilers.
Well, I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Later.
What? Well, I'm trying to get the link so that I can post it, and you keep on pushing it off to me. Now you talk.
Now you talk.
I'm fucking busy, Russ.
I guess I don't have too much to say, but okay. Welcome to all Snakefist viewers, all 0 of you, because 0 people are watching this right now, but Danger's taking care of that. So if you're watching this, then you must be watching it later on.
Desperate for entertainment.
Post the link. You're on the link. You're on link duty.
I'm trying so hard.
I know. I know you are.
A whole minute, please.
What you do is very important. I wouldn't take that away from you. Since the only people watching this are people who watch after the fact, I'd like to preemptively apologize for some of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight. Some of the things that happen. I'm drinking, so clearly nothing good will come of that. Danger's drinking. This is sort of just the norm. That big glass of gin you saw is really it's really not a big glass of gin by normal standards. Let's check in with Danger, who is not at his desk. He is behind it. So back to me. I can see a little movement, but he's taking care of business, folks.
I'm doing very professional things.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't like that I don't have a widescreen camera, because now when I bent down to put something over there, I'm off camera. Camera.
All right. I am now committed to the discussion. Okay, so it's the Canadian Thanksgiving. You've got your period blood Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yep, let me see how it is. Mmm.
Give a
menstrually.
Menstrual goodness.
Delicious.
No, that's a flavor you can only get once a month.
Yep.
It's not an everyday kind of thing.
Mm-mm.
Only 5 days out of the month.
Yep.
It's in sequential order, whether you want it or not. Yeah, so we're gonna tell some spooky stories. Are you ready for spooky stories, Russ?
No, I'm not good at telling spooky stories.
Why
I'm
not?
just going to look them up online and read them.
That's what I'm gonna do too. Don't take
Yeah,
my
okay.
stories.
All right, well, here, let's. We happen to still find the exact same stories, despite the fact that I don't know where you've gone.
Wait, huh? Did I
I
go
don't know.
somewhere?
No, where you said you're going to read them.
Oh, well, I went to uh, uh, Allstate. Apparently. Wait,
Allstate?
what am I looking? Oh, urbanlegends.about.com. The top 20 scariest stories we know. And they all sound very standard. And that's why I'm going to read them.
Okay.
Okay. I saw one that I was like, I gotta read that one. I definitely have to read that one, but I can't remember which one it was. Give me a second.
I found what I'm going to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the one that I'm going to read?
I doubt it. I'm on a website called topscarystories.com.
Yeah, I'm sure none of those are anything like what I'm going to read. Okay.
Okay.
Let me I'm going to number one. The number one scariest story anyone could ever come up with.
Okay.
It's called The Clown Statue.
Oh shit! I wish I had a sound effect for that. Hang on, wait. Say that one more time.
Oh god. The Clown Statue.
All right, it's not the right one, but we'll get there. This is a work in progress.
Also known as the Clown Doll, the Killer Clown, It the Clown, or the Clown Serial Killer. I guess this has been told a couple times.
Okay.
So the story goes, so-and-so's friend, a girl in her teens, is babysitting for a family in Newport Beach, California. What? What is that? Stop it. Just fucking stop, please. I don't.
How about? There we go. I found the scary.
That's better. Okay, yeah, that's better.
I was looking for it. I didn't have to.
The family is wealthy and has a very large house. You know the sort, with ridiculous amounts of rooms. You know the sort, right, Russ?
I've been in a few.
This girl, so-and-so's friend, she's in her teens. You know her, right?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Very relatable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a teenager. I was a teenager once.
I did that. Anyways, the parents are going out for a late dinner / movie. The father tells the babysitter that once the children are in bed, she should go to this specific room. He doesn't really want her wandering around the house and tells her to watch TV in there. The parents take off, and soon she gets the kids into bed and goes to the room to watch TV. She tries watching TV, but is disturbed by a clown statue in the corner of the room. She tries to ignore it for as long as possible, but it starts freaking her out so much that she can't handle it. She resorts to calling the father and asks, "Hey, the kids are in bed, but is it okay if I switch rooms? The clown statue is really creeping me out." The father says seriously, "Get the kids, go next door, and call 911. Why the gong?
I didn't even switch it up to
Hey, it's
Trajik. Trajik's here.
Oh,
Hey,
he's got like the best shirt in the world.
Thank you.
Is that your Canadian Thanksgiving costume?
Exactly. Oh, please tell me you can hear me.
Oh, I can hear you.
Yeah.
How's the internet down there these days?
Well, mine always sucks.
This is actually the best you've ever come in, though, as far as audio goes, so that's a good sign.
Then he locks up and drops off.
Oh. Let's not jinx it.
Okay, so we're in the middle of a spooky story.
Call 911. That's why I came in.
Oh, okay, so you heard it. Okay, good. All right. She asks, "What's going on?" He responds, "Just go next door, and once you call the police, call me back." She gets the kids, goes next door, and calls the police. When the police are on the way, she calls the father back and asks, "So really, what's going on?" Because she hasn't figured it out yet.
Right.
He responds, "We don't have a clown statue." He then further explains that the children have been complaining about a clown watching them as they sleep. He and his wife... He and his wife had just blown it off, assuming that they were only having nightmares. The police arrive and apprehend the clown, who turns out to be a midget! A midget clown! I guess he was some homeless person dressed as a clown, who somehow got into the house and had been living there for several weeks. He would come into the kids' room at night and watch them while they slept. Okay, the rest of this makes the story way less spooky by explaining it. So,
way less than it already clearly was.
Yeah, that was... On a level of 1 to 10, how spooky would you rate that?
2?
To be Christopher Nolan.
There you
All
go.
right. We got a solid 2 spooky from Russ.
2 out of 10 spooky.
Yeah, 2 spooky.
All right, well,
3 Christopher Nolan.
3 Christopher Nolans.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it sounds like the internet we know from Trajik.
No, please, I has to hold out. All right, I have a story. Wait, hang on.
Is that you, T-Pain?
Oh, no, please, no.
A round of applause for Trajik, please. All right, I have a story from TopScaryStories.com wherein people write their own scary stories and they are then rated. This is a very short one, and it has 3 out of 5 stars.
I like how your sound effects are well cued while mine
because I know what's
in the
coming.
middle of a sentence. And...
Open Google Effects. So that way you could do it when you know what's coming.
I'm busy, Russ. I'm watching all of the comments pour in. All right, I can't be doing sound effects and doing that, things. Right?
Are you on our Google Plus event page? Because that's the link that was given out. So more people, if they're watching, would be in that room.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very confusing. This story is called... Oops, wrong drums. This story is called...
It's like, were you going to wait for the punchline?
It's called I'm Feeling Regrets. That's actually the title. All right, I want to preface this by saying I have not read this as new to me as it is to you. You ready? Here we go.
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
Nathan lived in a 2-story house with his wife Miranda and his 2 daughters, Sally and Christy. One night his wife was finishing watching TV, and then she felt a cold chill on her neck. She got a little freaked out. She looked behind her. There was a pale girl. Then she screamed awfully loud, "Ah! Get out of my house, or you will regret this!" Then Miranda said in a shaky voice, Why don't you leave? This is my and my family's house. Okay, verbatim here. That night, when everyone was asleep, he went to the bathroom and heard a little girl singing, "This is my house. I love my house. Better get out." Miranda rushed to her room and told her husband, and he said, "That's probably your mind playing tricks on you. Now go to sleep, honey." Jesus. Next, he went to work. Then the kids woke up and found their mother dead. Her neck and stomach were slit, and on the wall it said, "This is my house. Now get out."
Ooh,
The kids called the police. Oh, wait, actually, that deserves a... The kids called the police, but when they arrived, the kids were also dead, and on the wall, written in blood, it said... It said...
What?
Yeah. "This is what they get for not leaving my house." When Nathan came home, he saw the police outside of his house. The police informed Nathan that his wife and kids were dead. Then Nathan went to sleep that night, and when he woke up, he saw the ghost girl, and she said, "You don't remember me, do you?" Then he recognized her from his childhood. She was his best friend. Then she said, "I killed your family, and now we can hang out again. Yay!" Wait, it's got the best ending ever. Ready? From that
wasn't the ending.
No. One more line. You ready? You ready? From that day on, he was never seen again.
So how did he tell the story?
Somebody else told the story.
Who?
Somebody heard from somebody.
Someone who's clearly
Maybe
a writer.
Maybe she was in the house the whole time, just going, "Holy shit, I gotta write this down."
Could it be a ghostwriter?
Wait, nope. Oh my god! All right, that was my first story, and I can only get better. Yes.
What the hell?
That was a weird story.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Something
what do you mean?
was
Seeing
written
so
on
many
the
things.
wall.
What?
Something was written on the wall.
Yeah, Witten.
Written on the wall.
Written on the wall with something wet on her neck.
All right, who has the next story?
Well, Trajik, do you have
one?
any ghost stories?
Ghost stories. No.
Oh.
Just real life horrors.
I mean, that's not like the Canadian Thanksgiving way of doing things, you know. They have to be about ghosts.
You know,
Has to
I
be
do.
about ghosts.
I do have a very, very short story that has 2 stars out of 5.
Oh, so it's not as good as the last one?
No, it's called "Friend Has Been Found Dead."
Okay, let's hear it.
Here it goes. It's going to be real quick. It's just a quick aside. "What? We didn't leave the house," I yelled at the raspy voice. "Oh, yes, Abby did," he said. I hung up. We called 911. "Oh, your friend has been found dead on the bench of Blackberry Lane. She had no signs of death, like cuts." "I am so sorry," the police said. "No!" I yelled. "She was my TBFF." "Why did this happen? Why?" I said. All our phones rang. "Hello?" we all said. "Why did you call the 911? P.S. That wasn't the police. It was me. Ha ha ha," he said. The end.
Yeah.
I like there's 2 comments on it. One says weird, and the other one says awful. Truly fucking awful.
Well, let me tell you what my problem was. The TBFF. Tuberculosis was her best friend?
Yeah, apparently. Yes. Yeah.
Good gracious.
His best friend forever.
Did you expect any less?
All right. Who's up now? I'm gonna find a really good one.
All right, let's see what I got from my treasure trove of stories. I mean, I'm sure it won't be as good as that one, but
I mean, that was pretty good.
yeah.
Yelling at a raspy voice. A disembodied raspy voice. I have a particular set of skills.
Let's see. What do I got? Huh. Oh, the killer in the window.
Yeah.
This this may be multiple levels of spooky.
Okay.
This could go up to 3, 4, even 5 spooky. I'm shooting for 5 spooky. Also known as the face in the window and the killer's reflection. And I have an ad in front of me. Fuck. I tried to close it and I clicked on it instead. Go away. All right. This girl was all alone watching TV on a cold winter night. The television was right beside a sliding glass door, and the blinds were open. Suddenly, she saw a wrinkled old man staring at her through the glass. She screamed, "Ah!" Then grabbed the phone next to the couch and pulled a blanket over her head so the guy couldn't see her while she called the police. She was so terrified that she remained under the blanket until the police got there. It had snowed a lot during the day, so the police naturally decided to look for footprints. Naturally, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't like him to that conclusion. Footprints, of course. But there were no footprints at all on the snowy ground outside the sliding door. Puzzled, the police went back inside the house, and that's when they saw the wet footprints on the floor leading up to the couch where the girl was still sitting. Ooh, this is 5 spooky. Fucking gone. The policemen looked at each other nervously. "Miss, you're extremely lucky." One of them finally said to her. "Why?" she asked. "Because," he said, "the man wasn't outside at all. He was in here, standing right behind the couch. What you saw in the window was his reflection." 5 spooky. Saying it right now. It was his reflection. He didn't make any footprints coming into the house at all, and he never left, apparently.
He was already there.
His feet were wet, though. He had wet feet, but he hadn't made any footprints outside because he was inside. Now, Russ, you have a real-life ghost story.
What? What? I don't think it was. Actually, here, how about this? Tonight I tell the truth about the Indie Mogul ghost story.
Okay, so there might be several people watching who's never heard the Indie Mogul ghost story.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell the story as it was.
I would say that there's at least 100 million people watching right now who's never even heard of Indie Mogul or Russell Has an Hour.
Oh my goodness. We have 2 viewers at the moment, though.
And I am one of them.
Okay. Well, all right. I used to work for a channel called Indie Mogul. That was about filmmaking. And myself and my partner on the channel, Chad Newhall, decided to go visit his family in Maine because his sister and her friends knew of a cabin in the middle of the woods. Up a very large hill that was very remote and had a scary story behind it.
Oh, just like that movie, Bruce Almighty.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the one. So at this cabin, what we were told is that it took a while to get there, but when you did get there, there was a sign inside that said something along the lines of, "Use the cabin if you want. Please leave it in the condition that you found it when you first got there, or better. Thank you, signed us." And the reason it was said signed us is because apparently a schizophrenic schizophrenic, multiple personality disorder man. Both people used to jump on that and say it's not the same thing. No, both afflictions for this man. Used to own the cabin until the day. So the us, it was really coming from one person, you see, but multiple personalities. And eventually, he killed himself in front of this. The story goes, hanging from the tree. So there's a lot of people who think that this cabin there is haunted. The cabin itself.
Which one of himself did he kill?
Well, I don't know. I guess all of them, unless one survived.
Sick son of a bitch.
Was it suicide or was it murder?
Was it both?
Oh man!
I hit the gong. There we go. Jesus, big delay. I was like, "Is it both?" So anyway, we were like, "Yes, this is the perfect location to go shoot a little short horror film." So we went to Maine. It's an 8-hour drive. We drove from midnight to 8 a.m. and when we got there, instead of going to sleep, we watched the Street Fighter movie because that's the kind of people we are. We didn't do much the first few days because it was raining nonstop. And then as we were getting to our last few days, the rain, it was just a very bad nor'easter hit, and we realized we were not going to get any non-rainy nights. So we're like, fuck it, we're just going to go. We follow his sister and her friends. We start to go up. We go off the main road onto a dirt road that then starts going uphill. There was a point in this road where they got out of the car. It's pouring rain. They run up to us. There's mud everywhere. They're like, "All right, Russ, just so you know, you have to line up your wheels perfectly up here so that you don't fall off." I'm like, "Huh?" And as I pull up in this pouring rain, they go across. There are 2 wooden boards to get you across this big gap that you have to line your wheels up with to get across. That was terrifying. That part was legitimately scary.
Yeah, that is fine spooky.
That's it. If you went off the side, you were going down the mountain. It was not fun. We'll fly in here. We'll fly. Okay, so we continue going up the mountain, and we get to the cabin, and we're so high up now that we're in the clouds. Like, there are clouds outside. It's wonderful. And we're like, this is going to be great. Except for the fact that we then had to make like a 1/4-mile walk in absolute pitch darkness in the pouring rain to get there because you couldn't take your car any further. We were told, when I asked, like, "Oh, are there any bears or anything we should be worried about?" They're like, "I don't think about it." So we're like, "Oh, that's good."
No, don't worry about it. Be fine.
So all of us, there's like maybe 7 or 8 of us all together. We just grab like whatever weapons we can, whatever flashlights we can. We're all just walking in a huddled group up to this cabin, and we get there, and we set everything up. We get ready to shoot, and then the camera died. The batteries that were fully charged died. And we said, that's not good. And so we went back to the car, tried grabbing another battery that was fully charged. We brought that back. Me and Chad's cousin Mark went, and we just did the light knife thing together alone, back to back. It was wonderful.
Just like in that one movie with Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg.
2 guns?
Two
Yeah,
guns?
2 guns. Yeah.
Okay, yes, sure, like that.
It was exactly like that.
Exactly like that. Same hat that Denzel had and everything I was wearing. So we get the other stuff, we come back up, and that stuff does not work. At which point we realize this whole thing is a bust. And Chad, to this day, is convinced that the ghost, because he said, "Oh no, it's a thing. It's a real thing that when ghosts are around, they drain batteries." That was the initial story. We told it on the air. We embellished it a bit to make it sound spookier, but basically the story we said is like, "Oh no, we went there with fully charged batteries and they died." Hey, that's kind of spooky. I wonder if it was a ghost.
Yeah, too spooky.
But I can tell. Yeah, I can tell the truth now. I'm pretty sure I just didn't charge the batteries completely, and that the one or no. Actually, I shouldn't say that I didn't.
Don't say that's possible. That's not true, Russ. That's not true.
Say that. What I should say is I thought I had fully charged batteries, but lately the third-party batteries I had been getting a little iffy, and that was essentially the moment where they finally died. I had 2 third-party batteries that, according to the charger, were charged. But again, I'd had some issues, so I'm like, oh yeah, I guess they just finally died.
Yeah, well, I think you're wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with those third-party batteries. I think the only reason third-party batteries go bad is because ghosts make them go bad. So there.
Well, you may be right. I'm just telling you the truth behind it. I'm like, yeah, I didn't want to say that because we needed an interesting video for the week.
The rechargeable batteries for my Xbox controller died the other day. Ghosts did it. Yeah, exactly. Well, that was a spooky story.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the scariest part was that you were a big fucking liar, Russ.
True. Yeah.
You broke my fucking heart, Russ. How's your period?
Almost gone.
Coming out with, I'm running out of good names. Call it. We already did menstrual juice and period blood and made fun of Russell putting tampons in his ass.
I did that.
I've exhausted all the possibilities that I can. I'm sure it's delicious, Russ.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not the best, but it's doing the job.
All right, so
your turn.
My turn. This one's called the Choking Doberman.
What is it?
The Choking Doberman. My cousin and his wife lived in Sydney with this huge Doberman in a little apartment off Maryborough Road.
He turned into Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
Yeah, little dog.
One night, they went out for dinner and for a spot of clubbing. This must have been written in Australia. Maryborough Road and a spot of clubbing. All right.
And then
Might as well said, we're going to have Fosters and prawns. By the time they got home, it was late, and my cousin was more than a little drunk.
Okay. What, a Casey Kasem do the story?
Casey Kasem.
Cousin's a little tipsy. You know how they do it down there.
Oh.
They got in the door and were greeted by the dog, choking to death in the lounge room.
Oh, no.
My cousin just fainted, but his wife rang the veterinarian, who was an old family friend of hers, and got her to agree to meet her at the surgery. This is so Australian. Meet me at the surgery. The wife drives over and drops off the dog, but decides that she's better go home and get her hubby into bed. She gets home and finally slaps my cousin into consciousness, but he's still drunk. It takes her almost a half an hour to get him up the stairs, and then the phone rings. She's tempted to just leave it, but she decides that it must be important or they wouldn't be ringing this late at night. As soon as she picks up the phone, she hears the vet's voice screaming out, "Thank God I got you in time. Leave the house now. No time to explain." Then the vet hangs up. It's like, thanks for just hanging up on me. Like, get out of the house. There's no time to explain. Click. It's like, no time for you or no time for me?
Yeah, good point.
She's like, I'm in a hurry. Get out of the house. I'm in a huge hurry. I don't have time to be saving your ass from murderers. Let's see. Where was I? Because she's such an old family friend, the wife trusts her, and so she starts getting the hubby down the stairs and out of the house. By the time they've made it all the way out, the police are outside. They rush up the front stairs past the couple and into the house, but my cousin's wife still doesn't have a clue what's going on. The vet shows up and says, "Have they got him? Have they got him? Have they got who?" says the wife, starting to get really pissed off. Me too, by this point in the story, because explained. Well, I found what the dog was choking on. It was a human finger. Human finger. All right. Just then, the police drag out a dirty, stubbly man who is bleeding profusely out of one hand. Hey, Sarge, one of them yells. We found him in the bedroom. Wow, that was one spooky. I'll give it one. That was a real piece of shit. That was
Yeah.
story.
That
Who wrote
was
that?
not.
Why is this? What is this? Why is this in this list? So get out of the house. It was a finger. All right. Well, I don't think that poses a threat, really.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and find it. All right, I got one for you.
Look out! It's a finger.
All right. This one's called The Green Ribbon.
Oh,
Ready for this?
that does sound spooky.
Yeah. Once there was a girl who always wore a green ribbon around her neck. There was a boy who liked her, and she, in turn, liked the boy. But he was curious. Why do you wear that green ribbon around your neck? He asked. I cannot tell you, she said. But why not? The boy insisted. It's not important, said the girl. The boy and the girl grew up and were married. After the wedding, the boy said, Now that we are married, you must tell me about the green ribbon. But the girl said, No, I will tell you when the time is right. And the boy sighed heavily. What? Said the girl. Nothing, the boy replied. It's obviously not nothing, said the girl. It's just that I feel like you don't communicate with me, said the boy. Oh, come on, said the girl. Name 3 things I don't communicate about. I should preface this. It's from College Humor.
Ah, good.
Oh, God.
But it's under scary stories to tell, so I'm going to fucking go with it. The green ribbon, said the boy. Other things I can't think of right now. You always do this. You try to take one small thing and pretend like it's a recurring problem. Just because I don't talk about the green ribbon doesn't mean I don't communicate in general, said the girl. Don't turn this around on me. You're the one who's being weirdly secretive about the ribbon, said the boy. What's the big deal? I just like it, said the girl. You won't even take it off when we have sex, said the boy. You're going to bring our sex life into it now, said the girl. I'm just saying I don't know what's going on in your head. Are you sensitive about the way your neck looks? Is it a body issue thing? Asked the boy. Oh, fuck you. I'm perfectly comfortable with my body, and I don't need you telling me I shouldn't be, said the girl. It's not what I meant, said the boy. Then why don't you say what you mean, said the girl. I am saying it. I want to know why you wear that ribbon, said the boy. Who cares? It's just a thing I do. It's a fun affectation, said the girl. The boy rolled his eyes. What? Said the girl. Never mind. I'll tell you when the time is right, parroted the boy. Fuck you, said the girl. Fuck you. See how it feels? I don't want to do this, said the girl. Fine by me, said the boy. Let's go to bed. No, said the girl. This. I don't think this is working out. I want a divorce. And then their marriage died because of meaningless bullshit. Ah!
Oh, you know what? When that story started, I thought that was it was this old story that I heard when I was in grade school.
Right.
Because there is a story that goes like that with the green ribbon, but that was a nice little twist on a really shitty story. But the original story goes that the woman's wearing the green ribbon around her neck. She never takes it off. They get married, and he's like, you gotta show me, blah blah blah, you know. And he finally pressures her into doing it. She pulls off the ribbon, and her head falls off because the ribbon was holding her head on.
Actually, you know, okay, I have heard something like that because that exists in that game, The Wolf Among Us. There's some girls in that who have that where they have a ribbon and they're like, I can't remove it or my head will fall off. So there you go. It's where it's from.
Yeah.
Well, at least they got head.
Wait.
Blah, 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 blah.
All right.
We've got a couple viewers.
What?
Yeah. Optic Fibre, or maybe it's Optic Fiber, but it's spelled wrong because he's probably Canadian.
Yeah.
He says hi.
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 Hi, Optic Fibre. Broken Path Productions says link. did you get it? Did you get it, Trajik? Did you get that link?
I think I did.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And James Junbow, who is inexplicably not in this hangout for some reason.
Well, he's at his mum's.
Oh, that's a shitty excuse. He says that he almost shit his pants. This was a little while back, so who knows what story it was that was that spooky.
Yeah, but he eats a lot of curry, so we don't know what it could be. He shitting in his pants.
Ooh, curry.
I almost didn't make it.
Fucking curry, yeah.
But he also says that there's 2 viewers and 1 listener because their sister has super hearing. You know, speaking of, I was thinking about this today because everybody, there's always those things where it's like, what would I do if I had superpowers? And everyone always goes immediately to being a superhero.
Yes.
I don't think many people would be superheroes. If anything, most people would probably be supervillains.
Okay.
So
I think they generally mean what power do you want? Whether you use it for good or evil. What would you want to do?
I feel like James's sister, in her super hearing, she's actually a super villain. She's probably like a spy for Lex Luthor or something. She listens in on Superman's conversations. Yeah. Twist. Bong. I'm so tired of those sound effects.
Yeah, I mean, I really wish they gave you more than 12 sound effects.
I'm okay with there being less than 12.
Come on, if you could make your own sound effects, this would be amazing.
I've made my own sound effects for many years.
What?
So this is the thing that I don't know about you, Russ, but I want to do this more often. Like
I
on
would
a
love to do this.
weekly basis, if possible.
I could do that, probably, most of the time.
Yeah. And then I would, in turn, like to put the audio on the internet as podcast form.
Oh. Clever.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. If I can do it for free, yes.
Hang on. I have another scary story that I would like to tell.
Oh, yeah?
Go for it.
The title is Don't Stay Home Alone at Night. And I'm going to attempt to read the entire thing like the bear from the Cleveland show.
Oh, please do.
Like Tim the Bear.
Hi, I'm going to tell you a scary story now. So, about 2 years ago, I went home late from my cousin's house. No one was there. So I went inside from my back door, and my family wasn't answering. My door slammed and closed, and someone called restricted. They said soon.
What the fuck is with this wording? I don't even get it.
I went to get my dog. He's a pit bull, but for some reason, he didn't want to go past the living room. So when I got him in my room, I locked the doors and the windows, and I put my dresser in front of the door. Then I got another call from the same person, and it told me, look at the road. And I did. I saw something in the middle of the road. I just hung up and went to sleep. I woke up to a scratching noise.
There's no punctuation in this fucking thing.
No, I thought you were doing that by accident.
Now it was about 11:30. I was about to get my dog, but I couldn't find him in my room. So I thought the scratching was him. But he ran out from under my bed. Then the scratching stopped. The thing outside came closer to my window, closer and closer. And someone pulled into the driveway. It was my parents. They thought I was staying at my cousin's house. That's the end of the story.
Jesus.
Oh, that was epic.
That's a good story.
Danger, please tell me you're gonna do a story in somebody else from the Cleveland show, please.
I don't have any Cleveland shows.
Come on, somebody.
It's been so long since I've watched the Cleveland show too.
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I would like to say,
I am proud to be
Why don't you
back in my hometown. My new
family.
There's old friends and new friends and even a bear.
I feel like if I really practice at it for like an entire day, I might be able to do like Cleveland Junior.
I used to be able to do a Cleveland Junior.
I don't even want to attempt any voices of the Cleveland show because I know that Russ has all of them just waiting to burst out.
I don't even.
No, that one's tough though, because sometimes when I'm in the middle of doing that, I just go to Tim.
Yeah.
That's a goddamn underappreciated show.
Well, the guy that does Cleveland Junior also does the voice for Tim.
And he also does the voice for. No, that's Seth MacFarlane does Tim. I thought.
I could be wrong.
Because the guy who does Cleveland Junior is actually the guy who does Jerome on Family Guy with the real deep voice.
Jerome.
Yeah, you know.
Like every deep voice, the guy that does him, Cleveland Jr., he does every deep voice character in every other cartoon out there.
Except for Cleveland Jr.
Yeah.
When he goes up.
Oh wait, no, I think he also does the voice for Rollo. That's what it was.
Hey man. Yeah, you probably do it better than me, Trajik. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey man, no, I can't do it.
I don't know. I was sold on it. This turned into Cleveland show talk.
I can do the last of 9,000 people, not a single voice.
This is going to be like an entirely Cleveland show-centric podcast. We're going to do 198 episodes.
That's nasty.
A podcast that the combined length is longer than all the combined length of every episode. All 4 seasons.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I don't think I watched 3 or 4. I need to get on that.
Yeah, we're still in 1 actually. We're almost, or I think we just finished the first season. We're just about to, and now we're gonna get to the second. But it's good. I enjoyed it. It's all because I caught up with American Dad, and I needed something else to watch.
I know. American Dad is so good.
It's back, you know.
Yeah, I think I saw 1 episode.
I used to be able. I could kind of do a Roger. But that one's not too hard.
I can't do Roger's voice. I can only do his personality in real life all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Can you just do the things that he said? Yeah, I think there were a few times that he did something. I'm like, and Christine and I both be like, that's just like Danger would say.
Oh, come on!
My go-to with Roger is when he's talking to Steve, and he says something about him. It's like, that's when you had your first big boy dream. So much volume.
There's so many people who like American Dad. They hear about it and they're just like, I don't like Seth MacFarlane, and it's always like, no. It's not what it's about. Whether however you feel about him, it's two different people that run that fucking show, and it's really good. And James is trying to get in. There he is.
He's trying so hard. Hey, James.
No, it's Batman.
You know, James McDonough was like, "Oh, I'm too busy. I'm too cool to join your hangout." But we're like, you know what? We know another James. We can replace him.
Well, from the last Hey Killer film, the Hangout, I think he's too busy watching his dad do something with his mom.
Yeah.
That took a second. I was there, and it took a second.
I'm sure nobody on this channel will know what we're talking about, because I'm sure none of them know what Hey Killer Films is, because they're like, what's that? I don't want anything to do with that. But if they had, they would have seen that I berated James and then insulted his mom and his dad, who happened to be dead. And then it didn't stop there. I just kept on going, and I didn't have previous knowledge that James's parents were dead. It was like new information. James Junbau's muted himself. Bye, James. See you later. But yeah, that was You can go to Hey Killer Films and check out that hangout, but only that one because the rest of them are terrible.
Hey. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
How many people on this channel do you think don't know your other channel?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Because I'm sure a lot of them came from that area, but we got a couple thousand after that as well.
Yeah, no. We've gotten a lot just from the content on this channel. So no, they might not know. It's possible.
You should try to sell them on your channel. Since I did a less than admirable job trying to sell your channel by telling them that it was terrible and that they shouldn't watch it.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is your chance to
I tell you what, if you want to watch it, go watch it. If you don't, go fuck yourself. I don't care.
There you go. Winning endorsement from Russ.
Yeah. Jesus.
If that didn't win you over, I don't know what will.
Yeah, what do you want from me?
Why would they watch it though? Like, what is your content?
A lot of live shows lately. Sure would be nice if some fucking other things were done, but we're getting there.
I know the feeling.
And what would those other things be? Pretend I don't know who the fuck you are, Russ.
I make films. I'm a filmmaker, and I have 2 short films that were shot last year that have been in post for a while. One is done, but not going to be seen anywhere, except I might put it up privately for some people, because I'm going to send it to festivals first. The other one has been in post-production for a long time. The music took a while, but the music is now done. But the sound design has been taking a very good long while. And my hands are somewhat tied at this point until that's done.
You know, as long as the music took, though, you can't say that it wasn't worth it.
No, it was absolutely worth it. That's why I have no problem waiting. But then I get a lot of people who start going, Russ, where the fuck's the movie? I'm like, I'm not the guy right now. Sorry, I'm waiting. So I'll tell you the same thing I keep telling you. I'm waiting as well. When I get what I need, it will go up. Hopefully not too long from now.
Okay, you're on the defensive. People on this channel probably don't even know who you are.
I'm totally fine with that. I'm okay with people
like,
that
Russ,
know who I am.
you just told us about this, and now you're already on the defensive, tell us to fuck off and to not bother you about it.
Hey, you want to see me? You see me on Snake Fist Explosion in video game form.
Yeah.
With my space engineer's fucking greatest ship ever.
Oh, yeah, I should bring that up. We've got a server.
Yes,
the Snake Fist Explosion Space Engineers server. It's
what?
Anybody can join if you have the game.
Yeah, you have to own the game. You have to spend a whole $20 fucking on it. But yeah, the server name is Snake Fist Explosion, all one word, because that's how we spell it. And you can go there and you can build shit. I don't know how long I'm gonna have the server, but for now it's up.
Should I go build something right now?
Yes. But not right now, because I need a patch to come out to fix a problem that makes playing the game really difficult.
I see.
The most recent patch that came out today, it disabled assemblers in the in dedicated server software, so you can't make any parts. So it's kind of not a whole lot you can do right now just because of that fact. But in a day or 2 days or however long it takes them to put out a new patch to fix that, and then join and build shit.
And that's an exclusive from Snake Fist Explosion.
It is. Yay! I wanted to clap too. But yeah, I was I did it on a whim today. I was like, I should get a server, and then I did.
That's good. That's good stick-to-itiveness. You followed through.
Yeah, I did one thing.
But you did it right.
Yep. Let me sift through all of the comments. Let's see. Actually, there are a couple. I was being a dickhead. Like, let me look at all these comments, but we actually got a couple come in. Chairshot Games says, "How's it going, Russ in Danger? Finally, I catch you live."
Yeah.
What?
Sure did. How is it going, Russ in
man.
Danger?
Yeah, wait a minute.
No, he doesn't care about you, Trajik. But I think that Trajik is the best dressed guy in the room, at least, even if nobody cares what he's up to. That's an awesome shirt.
Thank you.
Oh,
Where can everybody get one?
They can go to www. I don't know.
oh, did you?
I can't tell you, Trajik, how badly I want to isolate just the video of you saying that with the visual and then use it on the Hey Killer live show. Anytime we're like stuck for something to say, just cut the I don't know.
WMAI students, Andrew Kim. Yeah. He says, "Sup, chumps?" What is sup, chumps? I'm assuming he's talking to Trajik and Russ.
Yeah. Andrew was on set for a lot of the short film shoot days.
Yeah, he was.
You were there for one of.
Yeah.
I told me they're kicking.
I made it to one of them, while other people's worked on all of them. I deserve all the credit, clearly.
Yep. Well, you get equal credit as a crew member in the credits, so you're
Yeah.
there. Oh, how do you
Reflector.
want to be credited?
Reflector holder.
No. Real name or Danger Noodle?
Probably.
Oh, Danger Noodle.
Right?
Danger Noodle. Go with Danger Noodle.
Because you know that it'll, when I upload things to certain places, it will create an IMDb page for you.
Oh God.
So
this is a hard decision. This is probably the hardest decision I've
Danger
ever made
Noodle.
in my life.
No. You have to be an entertainer and an entity just like me. You're Danger Noodle. I'm Trajik.
I mean, Noodle isn't my official last name, though. I only put it there because Facebook makes me have a last name.
Right.
So really, I'm a one-name entity, like Prince, before the symbol.
That would be pretty cool to have on IMDb.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a very searchable IMDb page. Danger.
Danger.
You know when you stay behind at a movie and make fun of the silly names in the credits? That'd be when people just go like, "Who the fuck calls themselves Danger?"
Who's this guy that call himself Danger? I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta explain that to me. How he calls himself Danger? You know what I'm saying? Danger. What is he, dangerous? He's dangerous?
Yeah.
That's verbatim what he said.
That's Bob Weinstein. That's the spot-on impression right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what? I think I do want to be Danger on IMDb.
You know what? I'm gonna check and see if there already is somebody who just goes by the name Danger.
It makes me wonder, though, like, let's say by some stroke of pure luck, because it'd have to be luck, that I get into the industry in some sense, and they're like, "Oh, do you have any IMDb credits?" I'm like, "Yeah, here it is, under Danger." No, really, that's me.
Well, I'm looking here. There already are 4 people with Danger.
Fuck
It would
them.
be Danger with a V after it. For 5. The first person to come up when you type in Danger under name search is Dana Brunetti, who I met for that Jameson First Shot Festival.
What? You met another person named Danger?
Apparently it's his nickname. I'm just going with what that says here. He didn't tell me. It's not like I met him. He was like, "Hi."
His nickname.
He was a...
Didn't bother to make the full commitment to make it his only name.
He's been nominated. I think he's an Oscar winner for various Best Picture things, and it would be great if they had to announce Best Picture producer Danger. That might be a position you find yourself in.
the most dangerous of positions. I
Well,
wasn't
just think about how funny it was at the Oscars when they had to announce, and the winner for Best Song of the Year is "It's Hard Out There for a Pimp" by 3-6 Mafia.
You know what? That was a great song. It totally deserved it. It was a
Yeah.
wonderful film. I loved it.
You know it's hard out here for a pimp.
I mean, it's such a
Of a
good song
Cadillac
that
again,
people who
it's
never
great.
saw the movie think it's great. Like, everybody knows the song. Not everybody saw the movie.
Most people just heard that it's very good.
Yeah.
They need
I heard
to
it was
watch
really
it.
good. I heard it was an amazing movie.
Hey, I got something we could talk about.
All right.
It has been just over a year since the channel was registered.
Yeah, that's true. What was it? October 23rd?
Something like that.
Yep.
I can see though that November 3rd was the first video.
Yeah. So do we celebrate first video or hey, James is back.
Hey,
James is back. Hey.
Hey.
is it working?
Yeah. I mean, we're
No.
looking at the wall behind you, but yeah.
Yeah. There's. Oh crap!
Top notch. It looks great.
This is
James.
what you get for 6 megabytes a second.
Do you pay extra for
Jump
that?
out. There's somebody behind you.
There is.
No, it's a
Right.
reflection. It's coming from inside the room.
This is. Look at this badass window. It's huge.
Hey James, what did you do for Canadian Thanksgiving?
I drove for 4 hours.
Ah.
Sounds great.
Do they do the
Yeah.
Halloween thing over there?
Yeah, it's getting more popular.
More popular. It's been here for like 300 years.
Yeah. Well, you know, us Brits, we, you know, are the forefront of modern culture. So.
I guess you know they were too modest and reserved to run around in costumes
Sounds
and,
right.
and beg for candy.
Yeah. We do that behind closed doors.
So did you like not go trick or treating as a child?
No.
Oh shit!
What the
What's
hell?
this? What's going on, Russ?
See what this is, right?
Good.
Is this the first video?
It's the first video, and this is how it
Oh
started.
yeah, really super good video. Super good, best quality,
professional.
totally professional video. Yeah, hit that. Hit it.
See, now we're not going to hear it. It was really just to get an idea of what some things that used to be in there. Although, let me know if you hear it, because that would be wonderful. I hit play. Why isn't it playing? Top fun. All right.
What's that guy in the black jacket?
Yeah.
All right. Reload it.
The first 3 or 4 seconds is really the best part of the whole video.
Yeah, there it is. that was really good. And then there's this old thing you used to do at the end. Is it in the first one?
I don't know.
Yes, it is. It is. See, free cookies. You know, I really liked that, but I remember there was a time where we had to say to ourselves, like, what would we rather do? Have an actual end subscribe screen or have words like that?
Yeah, like I couldn't do both, and I think over the summer one of the videos that I did had both.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how I did it. Clearly,
It was a good idea.
I had to break the third law of thermodynamics to do it, but it
They were
happened.
funny.
Yeah,
It was a
maybe-
good idea. I enjoyed it.
It wasn't the apple pickers one. No, I don't remember which one it was, but I know I attempted it though. But yeah, I like those. The problem was like after 5 episodes, I started running out of things to say. I was like, oh shit! Now what do I say at the end?
What else was there early on? We got some good views on our early stuff.
Yeah. And then everyone got tired of us.
It was like people. Oh, but still, I mean, Trajik was a big part of the greatest heist ever pulled. That was
Yeah.
our earliest big hit, with
Yeah.
11,000 something views.
Or
And
we
I'm glad I was there.
or we stole a huge shipment of
Ghost Dad videos.
Ghost Dad DVDs. Yeah.
Give us all your copies of Ghost Dad.
Yeah, I would probably literally shit my pants if I walked into a convenience store and they had a rack of Ghost Dad DVDs.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I've seen that in any video store since like 1995.
You saw that in '95? A rack of them?
Well, like in a video rental establishment. Oh, hey.
That's crazy. If it would be all that many copies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how many copies. It was whenever it first came out. Everyone's like, "We want to watch Ghost Dad."
I mean, Ghost Dad was pretty
Cosby's
funny
the
when it came
funniest
out.
guy in the world. I want to see him be a ghost and a dad at the same time.
Well, I was 6 years old when that came out. I was the right age. I enjoyed it. I don't know if it would hold up for me now, but I always liked it.
I don't know of anything Bill Cosby did that will hold up now.
Oh, it holds.
I mean, everybody loves Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Man, this guy's like the man of three voices. Holy shit.
All right, I've got something. If we just loop that few seconds of Trajik, I think we've got a Vine hit. I think we have
or at least the next 3 Snake Fist Explosion videos.
Can we do 10 hours of Trajik as Cosby?
Well, I just want to say that if you want the chocolate pudding, you got to come all the way right here. I just want to say that we got the Danger, and we got the Russell, and we had the Jamal. And I don't know what else to put up in here, but chocolate pudding is going to be the thing I'm going to say about 14 times. So y'all know that I'm talking about the chocolate pudding, and I'm doing the Bill Cosby.
Oh my god, dude.
I was trying so hard not to laugh because I don't want to ruin the audio.
Yeah,
I totally intend to use that at some point. That was fucking hilarious. You started going like reggae Cosby. I was waiting for you to start calling me a bomba clout.
With the bomba clout, you do upon the riba, upon the riba, upon the ba.
I have to physically restrain my mouth from making noise when you do that. Oh god.
Yes, the man of three voices, Raj Lestat, yes.
I'm so happy that happened. Let's see. Let's see if we have any comments. I don't think we do.
You thought that before, and we did.
That's true. Evan Govia, do comments really show? No.
Yes,
no,
they do.
don't.
James messaged me. He's done. He can't get back on here.
Elon Weinstock says, I'm back.
Oh, I remember Island Weinstock.
Yeah. Let's see, what else we got? Andrew wants to know if he can pop in.
Who?
Is he a friend of the
him?
SFE page? Like
I
he has
don't
to
know.
go like the
I can
page,
always
right?
No, I can just give him the link from up top.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead, bring him in. Originally, I was thinking we'd just do this for an hour, but it's going pretty well. We could go till like 9:30.
I posted that it would be an hour and a half.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, there. I just
That works
said
for
it.
me. Oh man. Yeah. So, I'm a little bit old for trick or treating. I don't know if you've noticed. Yeah. I'm not in my trick or treating prime, so I bought Reese's peanut butter cups, and like they have these huge ones that are like this tall. They're enormous, and they're like entirely peanut butter. Whatever they call that peanut butter stuff, it's mostly sugar.
It's peanut butter chocolate mix, technically.
But yeah, it was almost a bit too much though. But yeah, I ate it anyway. I ate like 4 of them.
I was never a big Reese's fan.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I used to when I was a kid, and then as I got older, I don't know. Peanut butter chocolate didn't work for me. A lot of people it does. I'm in the minority.
You don't like
will
chocolate
agree.
in your peanut butter?
I don't. If somebody actually got chocolate in my peanut butter, I'd be very angry, and I'd call them out on it.
Wow.
You were just throwing Hershey's all the way in your peanut butter? That's that would be wrong.
Yeah.
So let's say you're walking along and you've got a jar of peanut butter.
Yes.
Somebody walking the opposite direction has a big tub of chocolate, and you run into each other.
Oh no. Then what happens?
Well, I don't know. What would happen? What would you say to that person?
If some of his chocolate got in my peanut butter, I would say, you got your chocolate in my peanut butter. I wouldn't be happy.
What if he did it on purpose? Yeah, what if he did it on purpose? What if he's walking down the street, he sees you with a tub of peanut butter, and he has his chocolate like this, and he just steps it and stabs it and stabs it right in front of your face?
I would say angrily that you got your chocolate in my peanut butter.
But what if his response to that is that you got peanut butter in his chocolate?
Hey, am I showing up?
No.
Hi, Andrew. Yes, you're there.
All right.
Yeah.
We were just telling a whole peanut butter chocolate story. It was getting out of hand.
Yeah.
It's peanut butter jelly time.
It wasn't a very good setup, to be honest. I was winging it.
You did it. You went where I was expecting. So how have you been, Andrew?
Yeah, I've been okay. Recently, I shot fan film for Star Wars. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Those always are a good bet.
Yeah, I wrote the whole script and did the fight choreography, so hopefully it turns out well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. I just got myself.
See, that's what you should do, Russell. You should make some sort of a Star Wars fan film.
Using what?
I don't know.
You
I
use
mean,
this.
my papers. I don't know.
No. It's this whole. We.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We may as well say we did something for a Star and saber effects. And it's not like people who you generally have a shot of them swinging it normally. You're talking about a computer character where it just sort of awkwardly bops around. So it's taking some time.
Yeah. What's that like?
You ever do rotoscoping?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, like yesterday. I did it all day yesterday. All day, every day.
Oh, you were doing?
That's it.
Yep.
That sounds about right.
I do it in my sleep. I do it at the grocery store. Do it in the car.
Probably not the car. That takes too much focus.
Don't rotoscope and drive.
Hey, there's no law against it.
It's true.
No, it's in general not to do anything distracting and drive. So I'm pretty sure it brought.
Hey, I got my rights. I can rotoscope and drive if I feel like it.
I'm pretty sure having a device, including a computer with your rotoscoping, counts as.
What if I have an Android game that I really want to play and I'm stuck in traffic?
I think that's perfectly fine. You know, you're driving along the highway. It's really boring. You know, it's a long trip.
I'm pretty sure the loopholes if you're not even moving an inch after. I'm pretty sure they allow you.
No, I'm cruise controlled at 70 for like hours.
Yeah, the car basically drives itself at this point.
Right.
You know, it's really boring. You're falling asleep at the wheel, and you've had way too much to drink.
It's the middle of the night.
Nobody's on playing an Android game on your phone while you're driving. It's fine.
Oh, Jesus.
Andrew, do you have any spooky stories?
Oh, Andrew, we're doing scary stories today.
Did you do 2-sentence horror stories yet?
We didn't do the 2-sentence thing. I have seen those. I have yet to find one. They're always like, here's 10 2-sentence horror stories. Number 6 will have you scared for the rest of the night. I'm like, no, they don't. I mean, there's some I go, that's clever. That's very clever, and it's a good idea. But I've never actually had one that I actually went like, oh. but they always present them that way on Facebook.
How would it have you going?
Wait, there you go. Oh!
Yeah, that's spooky. That's really spooky.
All right, look, it's
Proper response.
It's time for another scary story, I think. Andrew, you have one.
Me? I only got the 2-sentence horror stories. I just jumped in.
Then go with one. Go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
There are going to be sound effects, though, just so you know.
Or probably not really appropriate ones, but
Go for it.
a 2-sentence horror story. I don't know. There's a couple, so I can definitely read a couple at the same time you'd take to read one. Whoa. Anyway. Alright, here's the first 2-sentence horror story. I can't breathe, I can't move, speak, or hear, and it's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead.
Oh, the person in the story is a ghost.
They seem... Well, I thought that they were buried alive. Is that the idea? They're buried alive?
No, the idea is that you're dead, but you're so conscious of the death of it.
Oh, they seem okay with it. Which in itself makes me feel better.
Yeah.
The only reason that resonated the most with me, I actually had a dream like this, where I died in the dream, but I couldn't move at all. I was conscious of everything.
I would not like
So-
that. I've heard that if you die in your dream, though, you die in real life.
No, I died plenty of times, but
Or
the
maybe
weird
you're
thing-
just dead in the dream. That might be a different thing.
It's one of those things where a Korean folk, maybe I guess a myth, but the superstition is in Korean, if you see a dead person, do not follow them, because then you'll die. So if you have a dead relative, do not follow them. And this,
Seems like
and apparently this was real because when my mother had a high fever at a time, she saw her dead grandfather, and just before she was about to follow him, my grandmother, her mother, woke her up. So.
That is spooky.
I only have 12 sounds, Andrew. I'm sorry. I wish I had better ones.
Yeah. Let's see.
Otherwise, it would all just be this.
I'd be okay with that.
Okay,
Yeah,
well
it's
here's a
One
second-
sound, Russ.
Yeah. Well, here's the second 2-sentence horror story. Although it's pretty much stretching 2 sentences because it's a pretty long sentence. But here we go.
Yes. Go ahead.
I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed."
That is
That one
kind
I
of
actually did read before.
That was on one of those Facebook lists I saw. But
Yeah.
see, that's an example. It's clever, but I don't go, ah!
I'm like if it happened in real life, I would legitimately shit my pants.
Yes. Real life, yeah, that would be very bad.
Like if you look under the bed and it's your son under the bed and on top of the bed,
I'll be like, "Oh, I'm just,
consider my pants.
I just
full.
I just leave the room." I just like, I'll just get another son. I leave the room.
You just start hammering the door shut.
Honey, I need you here. We need to make another son. We lost this one.
We need to sell this house and move somewhere else.
Oh, but you know what's a creepy computer game recently is Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
Yeah,
Even watching a Let's Play of it's pretty scary. To be honest,
it's really good
okay, yeah.
jump scare material.
it's very uncanny valley because it takes those images of animatronic robots at like Chuck E. Cheese's and such. It's rendered in such a way where it's not good enough quality to be realistic, but it's just in between there that seems off and just scares you.
You know, the most scared I've ever been playing a game was a thing called I Have No Mouth and I Must
And I must
Scream.
scream. When I found out about it, I had a hard time sleeping the
It's
night.
very, very unsettling. There's a whole segment of the game that takes place in a concentration camp, and you play a guy who used to be a Nazi doctor who does not remember, and now has to be confronted by all these awful things that he did, and it's fucking one of that's nightmare shit that I got from that. That was fucking crazy, and it's on Steam for $5.99.
Oh, good. I'll
What are yours
download
today?
that.
Yeah, the only issue is it has some of the worst voice acting ever. But past that, just turn it off and read it. Great writing.
Yeah, but the guy who voices the computer is the guy who wrote the story.
Yeah, I know, Harlan Ellison. And it is technically based on the same book that the Terminator was based on.
Yeah, technically, he wrote a good ending.
Yeah, he did. It's true. It's good. But don't give it away. People at home need to go play this game.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Harlan Ellison, as you might see the most recent Scooby-Doo cartoon.
No.
The one where Scooby-Doo goes to WrestleMania?
No, I don't mean the straight.
That was the most recent one.
The one where Scooby-Doo.
I meant the cartoon series.
Globetrotters?
No, I meant Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Because what they actually do is that they actually have character arcs. So instead of Scooby and Shaggy being the most relatively interesting characters and the other three are just there, everybody has their own developed character. Like Fred, he's very trap obsessed, and that. So they pushed the Daphne and Fred thing together, and people died in the show too. That's what surprised me the most. People died in the Scooby-Doo episodes.
Did Velma die?
No, but her parents did at one point. There was Robo-Nazis and something about cursed treasure. And, no, it was actually legitimately good. And if you're a fan of horror movies, they do a lot of homages.
I hate them.
Especially on Halloween.
I just had to say that. I don't know. I have a scary story, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
This is guaranteed good by this title. You ready for the title?
Go for it.
Does haunted houses really exist?
Have I heard this scary story?
I don't know.
Technically, shouldn't be do haunted houses because.
Yes, I believe you're correct.
I've been teaching English now. I've been teaching English now. I need to do this.
Damn it.
Anyway,
all right. Does haunted houses really exist? Read verbatim, and I have not read it yet. My mother, my brother, and I have always moved a lot. But when we moved to the one white house at the end of the street gave me the chills. Why, I have no idea. I mean, it was my home. So one day I was home alone, and I was in my room like normal. Then my TV in the living room blazed full on, and the blinds fell off the wall. As I raced down the all-to-turn of the TV, I found that it was not turning up. So I unplugged it. When I go to fix the blinds, I look out the window to find that a sex pedophile was standing in the middle of my street that is supposed to live 3 blocks over. That's the end of the first sentence of that paragraph. But later I find out that all the doors are locked, so it could not have been him. Then one day after I got home from school, I go to my room and find that my desk was on the other side of my room, and my clothes were all on the ground. I asked my mother what had happened, and she said she didn't know. I always thought the house was haunted, and my mom always told me it was not. Then at 12:30, I hear heels walking down the hall, straight to my room, and my door flies open, and I see nothing. But then right as I pull the covers down, ready to shut the door, my TV turns on full blast, my radio turns on, and my hangers start to sway. I screamed and called for my mom as she walked through the door, every turned off, and it went quite. My mom asked what was wrong, and she said that was all the noise. I told her, and she still said the house was not haunted. So a few months later, my mom told me what happened in the White House. My mother told me that the teenage girl that lived in my room was killed by her boyfriend, right where my dresser was. My mom also told me that she had hangers thrown at her, and she loved load noses. It says that. She found this entire out my girl mother. But I'm going to read that sentence again. She found this entire out my girl mother. True story. Just so people believe me.
You'll send the link?
Here. Literally. She found this entire out my girl mother. True story. And she loved load noses.
I don't even know what that's supposed to be.
Load noises.
Loud noises.
So
Loved loud noises, and had hangers thrown at her.
I'm guessing it's literal hangers.
All right.
ScaryStories.com.
Hopefully.
All right, everyone. On a scale of 1 to 10, how spooky?
Can I even reach 0?
0 spooky for Andrew.
I give it 1.5.
That's pretty close to 2 spooky, but not quite. I'll give it 2 spooky.
I know what I'm giving it. 5 spooky.
Out of 5 out of.
Out of 10 spooky.
I've got a story to tell,
Go for it.
and hopefully this is just as good as the rest of the ones that I read.
It's not called the story of my life, is it?
No, unless you really wanted to look like a girl from the '60s. I mean, do you?
I mean, if I was given the opportunity.
Do you watch a lot of Mad Men?
I watched the first season and a half. It was really good.
And you look at all the girls and you're like, oh, they look so pretty. I want to be one.
Yeah, something like that. Is this one called Fact or
There's Andrew Kim over here.
What'd I do?
Machine gunning the keyboard.
Do you have one of those mechanical keyboards?
What, me?
Yeah.
Sounds
No, I'm
hydraulic to me.
No, I'm just on the laptop, so.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure that sounds to you guys.
This is called.
Hey, what happened?
Nothing.
What's it called?
It's fine. It's called The Fatal Hairdo. Hey. A very stylish teenage girl grew up tired of spending hours carefully ratting and teasing and spraying her hair to attain an extreme beehive do. She washed her hair with sugar water, allowing it to harden in the style she wanted. At night, she carefully wrapped a towel around it and slept in a special half-pillow design not to disturb the hair. One morning, she failed to come down for breakfast. Her mother went to her room, only to find her dead in her bed. When the towel was removed from her head, it was discovered that she had been gnawed to death by rats. Or possibly bugs. I've heard both versions.
That's a good way to kill the story. That's a great way to go with it. It was this! Or I don't know, maybe there's other thing.
Or
there's
some
other
other
thing
thing. Or some other thing. This one's actually got like four different versions of that story on here.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Anybody remember that book, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Oh, yeah.
Those pictures are really creepy, but the stories are kind of
They'll
lame.
change them. No, the stories are great.
Well, not to the degree of the pictures, though. It's like one story tells you like this, but the pictures are extremely creepy.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it's like 1 degree, and then like they jump it to 11.
All right. Danger, it is now 9:30. We've been on an hour and a half.
All right. And I've lost all of my steam.
Me too. But,
I relatively lost. I just got in.
Well, you can take over from here. See you later, guys.
yeah, it's like, well,
Damn.
so, Danger, are we going to do this regularly?
Yes, let's do this regularly. Maybe on a Thursday. I don't know yet.
Sounds good.
Good luck with that.
All right,
Yeah.
I am going to go back to work.
I'm gonna go write a paper.
I'm getting on GTA right now.
I'm
Of
going to
course.
take my pants off.
They're not already off?
I'm going to take more pants off.
Ah, got it. Well,
Like 3 pairs.
All right.
That's the end.
thank you, everybody. See you
sure to
next
come-
week.
Be sure to come back next week when we have even less to talk about, and they're even more sick of each other. Oh, you know what? How about a departing gift? I'm going to give everyone a copy of Planet Side 2 for free. Go ahead and check your Steam folder, and you'll notice that you have Planet Side 2 for free now.
I have it.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. All right.
Great.
Bye, everybody.